1. Understand what you can and cannot control. Have you ever noticed how much time we spend worrying about things that are completely outside our control? We try to manage other people's opinions, we get frustrated when plans fall apart, or we blame ourselves for situations that were never fully in our hands. The Stoic philosophers, especially Epictetus, taught that much of our unhappiness comes from not understanding this difference. They believed that peace begins the moment we separate what we can control from what we cannot. You cannot control the weather, traffic, or how someone else feels about you. You cannot decide whether life will always be fair or whether challenges will appear when you least expect them. But you can always control your reaction, your choices, and your mindset. This distinction may seem simple, yet it changes everything. When you learn to place your energy only where it matters, within yourself, you begin to move through life with greater calm and clarity. Imagine you're stuck in heavy traffic, late for an important meeting. Honking, complaining, or worrying won't make the cars move faster. You can't change that situation. What you can do is decide how to respond, perhaps by listening to something peaceful, by accepting the delay, or by using the moment to practice patience. This small shift in thinking turns frustration into an opportunity for self-mastery. The Stoics called this practice aligning with nature, meaning to live in agreement with how the world actually works, not how we wish it worked. When we stop resisting reality, we stop suffering twice, once from the event itself, and again from our reaction to it. Acceptance doesn't mean you stop caring or stop taking action. It means you act with awareness, not with tension. In every difficult situation, ask yourself one simple question: is this within my control? If the answer is no, let it go. Holding on only drains your peace and divides your attention. Focus on what's yours to change: your thoughts, your words, your actions. When you do this consistently, you begin to notice that peace is not something you chase. It's something that naturally appears when you stop trying to control what was never yours to command. 2. The power of letting go. From a young age, many of us are taught that if something isn't working, the answer is to push harder. Work more, try more, do more. And while persistence is important, the Stoics remind us that force and wisdom are not the same thing. Sometimes the harder we try to control an outcome, the more it slips away. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you start understanding the natural rhythm of life. Imagine trying to hold water in your hands. The tighter you squeeze, the faster it escapes between your fingers. But when you relax your grip, the water rests calmly in your palm. Life often works the same way. Whether it's a relationship, a dream, or a goal, when we cling too tightly, we create tension. That tension can close the very space needed for things to grow naturally. Seneca, one of the great Stoic teachers, once said, "Fate leads the willing and drags the unwilling." When you resist what is happening, life feels like a constant struggle. But when you begin to cooperate with the flow of events, something changes. You stop being dragged by life and start walking with it. This doesn't mean you stop making effort. It means you make effort with balance and awareness, not fear or pressure. Sometimes the situation you're trying to control is simply not ready to unfold. Or perhaps it's not meant to unfold in the way you imagined. By letting go, you allow life to move at its natural pace. You allow yourself to rest, to think clearly, and to respond rather than react. You begin to trust that what is truly meant, for you won't need to be forced. It will align naturally when the time is right. The Stoic way is not about passivity, but about wise action. You prepare, you act, and then you release. You understand that outcomes are shaped by many things beyond your reach. So, give your best effort, but don't make your peace depend on the result. Because peace is not found in control, it is found in trust. When you learn the power of letting go, you discover a calm strength that no outcome can take away. Trust the timing of life. Have you ever felt like life was moving too slowly? For you? Maybe you've been waiting for a job opportunity, a relationship to heal, or a personal goal to come together. Yet no matter how hard you try, things don't seem to happen when you want them to. In moments like these, it's easy to believe that life is against you. But the Stoics remind us of something much deeper. Nature has its own pace, and wisdom lies in learning to move with it, not against it. Look at how nature operates. The tree doesn't force its leaves to grow overnight. The river doesn't rush to reach the ocean. Everything unfolds in its own rhythm, shaped by time, patience, and balance. Yet as human beings, we often expect instant results. We compare our progress to others and worry when things don't happen as quickly as we imagined. But in doing so, we forget that growth takes time, and that delay is often life's way of preparing us for something greater. Marcus Aurelius wrote that everything in nature happens at the right time. The fruit ripens when it's ready, not when we demand it. In the same way, our experiences mature us at the right pace. A setback you face today might be shaping the patience, skill, or understanding you'll need tomorrow. Just because something hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it never will. Life works in quiet, often invisible ways. Trusting the timing of life doesn't mean waiting passively. It means doing your part, learning, improving, showing up, and then allowing events to unfold naturally. You can't rush the seasons, but you can prepare for them. You can't control when opportunities arrive, but you can be ready when they do. When you stop rushing and start trusting, peace begins to take root inside you. You no longer live in constant comparison or anxiety about what's missing. Instead, you begin to see that every stage of your life serves a purpose. The waiting, the uncertainty, even the stillness. All of it has meaning. The Stoics teach us that patience is not just the ability to wait, but the ability to remain calm while waiting. Trust that life is moving exactly as it should, at the pace that helps you grow. Inner peace. Through acceptance and surrender. Many people believe peace comes from gaining control, from organizing life so perfectly that nothing can go wrong. But the Stoics taught the opposite, that peace is found not in control, but in acceptance. True calm begins when we understand that much of life will always be uncertain, unpredictable, and beyond our influence. Instead of fighting this reality, the Stoic path invites us to work with it, to live in harmony with what is, rather than resisting it. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." His words remind us that surrender is not defeat. It is wisdom. It means you stop spending energy on trying to fix what cannot be fixed and instead direct that energy inward, toward your own thoughts, actions, and attitude. When you do this, you move from tension to understanding, from frustration to clarity. Acceptance does not mean giving up. It means seeing reality as it is and responding with calm awareness instead of emotional reaction. When you accept what's happening, you allow yourself to think clearly and make choices that come from stability, not stress. This is how inner peace grows, quietly, naturally, and without the need for control. Think of a river flowing around rocks. It doesn't fight against them. It moves smoothly past them, continuing its path. In the same way, when you stop struggling against the moments you cannot change, life begins to move more easily. You stop feeling stuck because your energy is no longer trapped in resistance. The Stoics believed that surrendering to life's flow is not a weakness, but the highest form of strength. It takes courage to accept what you cannot control and to trust that each moment, even the difficult ones, has its own role in shaping you. Inner peace is not the absence of challenges. It's the ability to remain balanced within them. When you practice acceptance and surrender, you no longer depend on external outcomes for your calm. You discover that peace is not something the EC world must give you. It's something that grows from within you, steady and unshaken.